Hi.
Are y'all going live? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's live. Alright, goodbye.
Alrighty guys, welcome to today's Siege stream. Get started here. I'm joined by Mr. Schlitten once again.
As usual.
And I'm not for certain is this the final game of the NECC season? Or is there another
I
week?
think we got one more.
Gotcha, so two more games.
But
we get
doesn't just because of FF. But.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end of it. So our Siege team's currently sitting at 3-3. They're playing against North Dakota University this week. And I believe North Dakota sits at 3-2. Should say up there on the overlay. I think it's what it said, 3-2. So hopefully looking forward to a competitive match, potential playoff implications. So very exciting stuff. We're gonna start here on Skyscraper. Get a Blackbeard band, Dokkaebi band, Azami, nothing out of the ordinary. Kind of the typical stuff you see week to week. That one's gonna be a little bit new though. We're gonna see a Valk band.
Which is very understandable. Valkyrie is just able to like have so much eyes on Dragon and Drum, just having so much intel.
Absolutely. Tarleton will be starting the half on attack, and North Dakota on defense. As we head straight into round one here.
The thing with karaoke is just having to hold Geisha. Holding Geisha is just so important on this site, especially.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with this map, by the way. Just FYI.
They also did somewhat, I say somewhat recently. For all the old Siege players, it did get a rework in, like, I think the past year.
Oh, well, I'll make it even more difficult on me. Wonderful.
But karaoke and tea room, very common first site.
Here we go. Get a
Usually
lot.
Yeah,
Sorry,
most of the game plan is either pushing into Dragon or pushing into Geisha and just gaining entry into B site.
So you get a few last second swaps for operators here. It's going to be Vedros on the Thatcher, Big China, Lion, Ungoy on Nomad. Lucky running the fuse and quick on Thermite. As we get an immediate approach here towards the second floor.
It does seem like they have one person on that side of the map. Wonder if they are going to be able to spot him. He's behind the bar. Seems like he's holding a peek.
Oh, okay. Drone does actually get the spot there from Lucky onto this player playing close by the window. Tarleton, somewhat slow approach here, just remaining outside the building, doing thorough droning. Going to see that player. I think that might have been the player you're referring to. Sitting by the bar.
They do see another.
Clearly North Dakota willing to play aggressive and hold these aggro positions near the windows where Tarleton's trying to breach in. Lucky gonna keep holding this angle. Not knowing there's a Goyo on the other side of the wall. Tarleton just continue to kind of prod around. We're gonna get the nade to try and flush out this close player, and it does end up working out. Lucky gets first blood, and now Tarleton look to enter the site. Or not the site, excuse me, right outside the site.
This is a very, very important take here.
There's gonna be a trade being
found. Into the site.
Trade being found on the Vedros, evening us up here at a 4 versus 4.
It's just that Mira playing that drum room right there.
A few more shots ringing out for Lucky. Big China's tagged down really low. It's a double for tanks. Now Tarleton sitting at the disadvantage. About a minute left to go. Oh, the timing there for Quick. Not quite spotting that player to his right. It doesn't look like he's going to get the fight just yet. In the meantime, Lucky, double kill of his own. matching blow for blow with North Dakota right now. As once again, things start to slow down. Pings are going to ring out here as well. We're going to get ping onto that player on site. Not quite finding the kill. No damage either. Ungoy going to just cover his flank real quick. And it's going to be Cole to drop quick. Leaving only 2 players left for Tarleton. With 30 seconds left. And this is definitely the one you want alive here. Lucky with a triple kill. As he jumps right onto B site. Doesn't have the diffuser in hand though.
There's no ones here.
Lucky still prodding around. That diffuser is going to be a problem. Has to be picked up. With not much time left to go. They're going to try to find the kills. Lucky is down. So now it's all up to Ungoy. Time being the main factor here. Ungoy, nice flick. But in the 1 versus 1, he has to find this last player. Don't know if he'll be able to do it. Doesn't expect him around the corner. Cole cleans him up and takes round 1 for North Dakota.
I believe that was a triple kill for Cole as well.
Not quite. Actually, yes, it was.
Not quite.
I was looking at the ACS number first, and I saw 2. From Tanks.
But that was a really great play by Lucky, being able to just take all the space that they were giving him. Flushing out that Goyo with the grenade was just the right call. Just to be able to get all the way into Geisha and just take so much map control over them and getting 2 more off of it.
Yeah, I'd argue it's a pretty successful earlier on for Tarleton. And the plays being made by Tanks and Cole together. Able to pretty much carry North Dakota throughout the rest of that round, going into the final minutes, and then time, the last factor, not in Ungoy's favor, as the diffuser was on the other side of the map. I keep saying diffuser. I am correct. Yeah, it's diffuser. Second guessing myself.
They actually dropped the spike.
So very interesting. Lucky's actually going to get a swap onto the Monty here. And Monty's one of those operators that gets banned a lot during these series, so finally getting some action here in an actual match.
Yeah, this bomb site as well is just, it's known for having really narrow choke points. There's really only 3 places to be able to really push onto the site without having that hard breach wall opened. It does seem like we're not even gonna opt to go for it at all. We're just gonna go through Geisha side
We're gonna
and
break
see
open
what.
this.
I wonder if they know if someone is going to be here.
Personally, when I've played Siege, I always found it so difficult to try and peek angles on an upside down rappel. It was very challenging
It's a
for me.
little goofy, but it takes a little practice. Nothing our Tarleton boys can't do.
Yeah, I'm full confident in Ungoy now. Monty's actually going to pretty much walk straight into side after breached open, getting some useful information. Sees that player on the B-bomb.
You do see the guy on 3 ping.
I wonder what their approach looks like here. Monty kind of just sits in the site doorway. Or the site breach, excuse me. At least he might gonna slow him down a tad bit. Kind of just prodding around. Ooh.
They're gonna get the flash on Echo, but
Quick trying to use this Monty
into
shield.
Defenders a little bit. This is a good play, even if it's not necessarily gonna go anywhere much.
Yeah, Quick
Just
kind of
because
just
it's pulling in the defenders.
Quick kind of just prodding around with this Monty shield. Trying to use the info being fed to him. Smira sitting right around the corner. Big China with a nice shot. Opening us up here onto Tanks. Oh, and that Nitro Cell's going to be a little dangerous. Doesn't quite take him down, though. And they get the kill. It's Quick to walk in. In the meantime, Big China's going to be down. Federalist. Shots ringing out. Looks like we're in a 3 versus 3. Big China's still down outside the breach. Might have an opportunity to get rezzed, potentially. If Lucky can manage to cross. Ungoy still providing a little bit of pressure from underneath as well. Yeah, so it will be Big China getting rezzed.
Tarleton still has some time to have some leisure. To see what they can work up. Sending the people main stairs here would be pretty important.
Oh, the shield's gonna get dropped. And the Monty's gonna go ahead and drop him, so it's gonna get traded out after Big China takes the fall. Nitro Cell gonna do a bit of damage here. Oh, a quick reaction from Lucky. Unfortunately, Vedreless does get downed in the meantime, so it's a 2 versus 2. Ungoy leaving it down to just 1, and he gets the final kill, dropping Baker. I gotta say, it's a fast reaction there from Lucky as he was able to turn over, pivot his shield, sorry, when the player is sitting on the stairs and avoid death narrowly after surviving the nitro cell. So clearly showing some skills on the Monty. Not just kind of just another
Lucky
shield.
was just playing his role so well. Like even if he wasn't fragging out or gaining as much space, just being able to have the attention of the defender's eyes is just so important there to allow everyone else to take so much space everywhere else in the map. Especially getting the downstairs and going up the main stairs just puts so much pressure on the people bar and anyone sitting Dragon.
Yeah,
It's
without
just
doubt.
super important.
Very impressive set attack there for Tarleton in round 2, which will even up the score here 1-1.
Does seem like North Dakota is going to go back to second floor as well. I feel like Skyscraper is one of those maps where it's so polarized of the bomb sites of both the second floor bomb sites are so easy to play, and then the first floor sites are just just horrific.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Tarleton showing once again full confidence in this Monty composition after round
They're
2.
going to bring Grim instead.
It's a slight adjustment, but
I forgot who was there originally.
Quick was on no, Vedros was on Zofia. I'm not quite sure I remember. Once again,
Does seem to
it's
be
looking
a
like
very
a similar
similar push.
approach. Wall is left soft again, so should be quite simple for Tarleton to break that open and get Monty on the line again, if that's what they want to do.
One thing I did want to say, them not bringing a hard breach on this side of the map must have meant just like them doing some research of the opponents beforehand, because just if they know that they do this for this defense site is actually it's so vital information.
Tarleton's still taking it slow, wary of the soft wall. Not trying to force anything at the moment. Ungoy's still gonna drone for Ved to make his way downstairs into the building. And they will get rid of that mute jammer successfully using the zero cam.
I think Zero is probably one of my favorite new era of operators. Just because it's just so in line with how Valkyrie plays.
And the extra information on attack, along with the ability to destroy defender utility, can be pretty useful. And you're equipped with a lot of those cams. Plays like 3 or 4.
And an MP7 on attack.
If you make use of your entire kit, find a lot of value out of the Zero. Now, Monty's gonna tank a few shots here from the Malusi. Not gonna enter the doorway just yet.
Does seem the defenders are relentless.
Now, I will say Tarleton is
pressed
lacking a
about
little bit of map control besides Ved's lurk up the stairs down here. And with only a minute left to go, they are going to have to make a decision here pretty soon.
This guy's on flank.
Yeah, Ved has to be wary. See if he rounds the corner. He's clearing everything. And a nice shot, dropping Baker. It's first blood once again in the favor of Tarleton. Fortunately, trade's going to be found onto Quick. And 30 seconds left to go. Let's see what the approach is going to look like here from Tarleton. Monty has made his way into the building somewhat, pinging out this player on his right. Now only 20 seconds. Tarleton really needs to get the move on. They're still outside. Malusi's going to go ahead and run out. Gets dropped by Monty immediately. Cole taking down Big China 3 versus 3. How did Tarleton make their way in?
2v3.
That run out catching Ungoy. Now it's just the Monty. Not sure what he can really do here. Nitrocell should finish the job, and it'll be tanks actually to take him out. Yeah, I would say Tarleton lacking a little bit of map control there going into the final minute of that round. They're still pretty much left on the balcony, and knowing this, North Dakota takes full advantage, running out several times as Tarleton are panicking in the chaos trying to work their way on the site.
That Mew Jammer on the wall just made it impossible for them to be able to put any breach charge or anything like that onto the wall. Just having no soft breach right there, just to do the exact same thing that they did the previous round, just made it very difficult for them. Does seem like the defenders are going to go back to karaoke.
Yeah, very interesting. That round just seemed possible for Tarleton to play out, or whatever plan they did have didn't really come to full effect, it seemed. But nevertheless, North Dakota takes a 2-1 lead as we head into round 4. Might be getting a Deimos pick here from Lucky. It's not something I've seen us run a lot. It's been run against us. Oh, and the Jackal as well, so potential for double roam clear.
Yeah, they did understand that that everyone kind of plays so scattered on UND side to where it just kind of flushes out the enemies, makes them a little bit more timid about where the positions they play.
Yeah, so be lucky on this Deimos roll. Here to see how Tarleton utilize this to try and efficiently clear out some of that roam and not have the clock work against them so much as it did in the two rounds that they lost.
It does seem like with both the IQ and the Deimos that they're just going to bring both of them to first floor and then just go from bottom to top, being able to clear all the utility, just find people and gadgets.
Peek on the rappel is going to actually find one. It's going to be Lucky, catching Cole completely unaware. As now for the 4th round in a row, Tarleton has found first blood.
Bomb located by attackers.
It does seem like it may have been a miscommunication from UND's side.
Oh, and this
Goyo
Goyo
didn't know.
potentially could be peeking this window. He's actually going to just go ahead and cross. Very dangerous stuff. But now Tarleton's aware that he's stuck here. Ramen playing a dangerous game. China's going to go ahead and ping this player out once again. As Lucky looks for the kill. Using his Deimos scan. Nade. Going to force him out, and Big China takes him down with the nade. It is going to be traded by Tanks this angle. And it actually drops Big China as well, so Tanks getting 2 back for his team. As Tarleton tried to capitalize and take the space off those picks. But they were baited in. In the meantime, Quick's going to be dropped. Bed, trading it out, sitting on 1 HP. As now it is just him and Ungoy. Ungoy seeing this player close by the wall, not able to get the kill. And now he looks to reposition with a minute left. Fortunately, Ved's going to be dropping the diffuser there, leaving Ungoy in a tough 1 versus 2. And he's not ready for the angle, being held by Baker. I believe that was Tanks, actually. And that will be round 4 going in the favor of North Dakota.
The utilization from Tarleton's side was just amazing there onto the Goyo, just being able to Deimos scan, know that he stays there, keeping the Lion scan to where he has to stand still or keep getting scanned, and just throwing the nade there made it to where it's almost impossible for him to live. But after that, jumping in without really little to no pressure onto the Mira, holding that lower side, just made it to where that Mira is just able to hold there for free with no repercussions, and it's just a hard fight for Tarleton to take.
Attackers have located a bomb.
This is kind of a much needed round, you'd think, for Tarleton here.
Yes,
you don't want to.
This is a very important round for Tarleton here.
You don't want to dig yourself too deep of a hole here on map 1 to try and climb out of. So to kind of bring this one back a little bit, definitely be the goal. See what strategy Tarleton's drawn up as they kind of revert back to this Monty.
And this is very typical for the first floor holds, is just to hold the second floor and kind of just save the first floor for later, but it may not be that situation for Tarleton not pushing up on the second floor. It may just go through first floor.
Majority of Tarleton stacking up here towards delivery. He looks to play around the Monty and maybe break open this castle barricade and catch members of North Dakota by surprise. Track Stinger is going to be deployed to give some information for the flank. And now Lucky slowly break this open. He actually gets found by a vertical angle. It's Ramen taking him out. And that's a huge piece of this round for Tarleton eliminated.
And that's something with these first floor holds that are just so annoying, is that you almost have to push these second floor objectives and second floor soft holders just so you can get them off these angles that they're able to play. Just at such a disadvantage.
It'll be Ungwe to go ahead and try and do that. But once he breaches this open, the player on the other side is going to be aware of him. Let's see if he's able to win this fight. Ungwe's going to slowly be peeking around the corner. A little pre-fire, doesn't quite spot anything. And the North Dakota player is playing very disciplined up here. Quick's going to get dropped. And now this round is becoming even more difficult for Tarleton as Ungwe gets dropped through the barrel here. Inside of drums, or through the drum, I say, inside of drums. Edgeless not able to find that one, as we might be looking at a flawless. Big China sitting on 1 HP. Yeah, and Cole will take him out. It is a flawless round for North Dakota, putting them way ahead here in this one.
Yeah, I just think inserting the pressure on the second floor is just so much more important there. It's just so hard to maintain control of those first floor pushes.
And really, the verticality was just something Lucky didn't even consider when he was breaking that barricade. So really, the setup from North Dakota just completely catching Tarleton off. Because once the Monty's taken out, that's a lot of the game plan removed.
Yep. It does seem like the defenders are going to go back into terrace.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
They're going to bring a Fenrir instead.
It'll actually be lucky to opt on the blitz. Might be seeing a change of pace here for Tarleton.
Or maybe a chance that they also just straight up ignore the main breach wall here and just try to go Geisha side. They may not even go for the shield push at all.
And Lucky will ultimately decide to swap onto Bravo last second as well. We're likely going to see another slow approach here from Tarleton, I would imagine. But with a few swaps, we have Ungwe on the switch. Click on that additional hard breach with Ace. Once again, we have this soft wall on the outskirts of A site. Meat Jammer's causing a bit of issues for our Bravo drone here trying to get in. Big China actually took some damage, not sure from where. Maybe this player is sitting close to him on the window. The Ace is going to actually go ahead and get this hard wall open. This could definitely help Tarleton. This round continues to progress. Echo drone going to be spotted out as well on the site because it was disabled by a Thatcher grenade. Meantime, droning being done so Ungwe can work his way forward into the building.
I believe this Bravo is coming in for the Echo drones and the Malusis. There's just quite a lot for this Bravo drone to be able to take. And that's one Echo drone down.
I'm finding a good amount of value here from the Bravo drones. Big China spotting one player.
A little bit of chip damage on the mute.
And Ungwe is actually going to win that first fight, so a huge kill found onto Slow Puddle.
That's all the first floor taken, I believe.
But once again, you got to remember, clock's a bit of a factor here. Vedrus taking heavy damage from this player on the stairs. He's going to look for the swing. Doesn't quite see him. Now he'll spot him with the shots ringing out.
He's able to run past him, though.
Tarleton's got to remember, they have a minute to work with. It's going to be quick to maybe try and walk into this doorway. See if he's able to find a kill. Cross is being held. He walks up, doesn't expect him, gets one. Fenrir mind distorting his vision, but he gets one. Lucky. In the meantime, he's going to get downed right in the middle of A site. He'll be finished off here probably momentarily. Ved, shares the same fate as Lucky. When North Dakota don't pursue any further, they don't want to take any risks. But they're being covered. Big China didn't quite spot the prone player.
Is gonna get a little bit of damage onto that Echo right there.
Now with only 15 seconds left, there's so much that has to be done as clock once again becomes a factor. Oh,
Is able to get
good
him.
kill there from Big China. Ungoy, unfortunately, also going to be dropped.
1v2.
And it's just impossible. It's once again Tanks and Cole to clean it all up and win the round for North Dakota. They have a combined 18 kills in this first half. I mean, a lot of
Tarleton
impact.
here needs to start counting their numbers with just whenever they get that first initial pick, they're just not able to maintain the picks and trades. They just need to understand that they have a body to basically use as dispose, to where they could just push a little bit more confidently, knowing that they'll be able to have a trade.
Well, after a difficult attacking outfit, it'll be Tarleton swapping to the defense to try and see if they can recover this one and make it a little more winnable.
Tarleton needing 4 rounds in order to even get the score to a tie.
This is interesting. We're seeing a pick that I haven't seen all year from them. It's going to be Alibi, and Ungoy's going to go ahead and lock it in. Any thoughts about this one?
Alibi just has a great weapon, very versatile of just being able to use for both long encounters and short encounters, especially with the utility. Alibi's utility is just great to just kind of hide and just shadow like common angle spots to make it a little bit more confusing for the attackers.
And I believe she's also 3-speed, which suits Ungoy's playstyle pretty well on the defensive side.
Yep, it makes it to where her rotates and her mobility is just so easy.
Final rotates being set here. Tarleton finish their site setup. With that complete, we start the round here. Ungoy's going to be kind of venturing onto the side of the map along with Quick. Bjorddd is going to spot onto him. Our breach charge being utilized here as well. On Ungoy's side.
This is a common pressure angle for most teams, just being able to push the, I believe this is the west side of the map. Just over in the terrace side.
Ungoy's going to get droned once again. He has to be careful. He's not ready for Ramen underneath him. And he's going to be dropped first. It's going to be Quick to have to try and clean it up. Gets one back in return. It's Cole taking down one of the heavy hitters here for North Dakota. And now, things kind of freeze. Once again, a great shot there from Quick onto the second. So he takes down 2, leaving it a 3 versus 3. Tanks, who's been firing on all cylinders on this map, will be the one to eventually drop him. Now it's left to the anchoring players here, Tarleton, with a minute and a half left to go.
They are having to kind of run into quite a wall, funnily enough, with both the castle and the reinforcements that are muted.
Oh, the Grim utility kind of forcing Vedros off his initial angle, allowing these players to creep forward. Tarleton doesn't really budge. Keep holding their angles. Ed, shots fired through the wall. Not getting any tags. Now we get to the final minute of this round.
A little bit of an issue on UND's side of just they're only pushing from kind of one collective area to making the defenders just be able to focus the spot. They really just have to be able to get their picks and trades in order to really win this round comfortably.
Tarleton are willing to pretty much wait for the push to come through. The overextension's being found as these angles keep getting held. They'll be slow puddle to find one. Lucky with the trade. He's taken down pretty low though. He has to be careful. It'll be Ved to have to be the one to kind of save Tarleton here in this round. Now only 15 seconds left. UND having to make their move. Tanks gonna find that first kill in the Lucky as now is just Ved. Plant's gonna come down on the other site. And Ved's gonna have to win a 1 versus 2 in post plant. Quick reload of the gun here as the pings come out on the Zofia. Takes her down incredibly weak. Not quite getting the finish though. Keeps waiting. Oh my goodness, the Tanks is just playing with him, doing infinite damage. The movement on this guy is ridiculous, and he'll get the final kill. The raid boss here
that's
at
like
map 1
triple.
continues to be unstoppable. This tank's
And
now
if I
sitting
like
at
that's
12
just
and
really
2.
hard.
And Ved, in his position, he's kind of thinking perhaps that the second teammate's going to try and swing him from a different angle, so he has to be careful. Unfortunately, can't get the kill onto the 1. And that puts North Dakota on match point. On a very, like, snowbally map 1.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
I'm not sure whose map pick it is. Regardless,
I believe it should be UND's map pick. This is a very, very rare map pick for Tarleton.
yeah, regardless, Tarleton definitely having trouble on this side. We're going to get some, definitely an unorthodox comp here. I have Ungoy on Mozzie along with Quick on the Vigil. Curious to see how that works out for us. As a result, we're going to get a swap onto Jackal to try to deal with some of these roam threats.
And we are going to see both Mozzie and Vigil. Hopefully it's a Boss G Vigil. It's always fun to watch Boss G. But C7E is a little bit of a goofier secondary.
No
It is
Boss G
K1
for
right?
you, unfortunately.
Man.
Tarleton go ahead and elect to go to the same site, knowing they need to win several consecutive rounds anyway. They'll have to play every site, so not really mattering where they start. Be once again Ungoy to pretty much take contact over here on this side of the map. He's probably gonna get droned out. He's actually gonna get Jackal tracked as well, so not making his life any easier. As this hard breach gets opened. See if Ungoy is able to make a play. Shots ring out. He does get first kill onto Slow Puddle. So nice job there from Ungoy. But he continues to get spammed. He's in a very tough spot, and Quick will actually fall. So now it's really just on Ungoy as he's kind of trapped here on 1 HP. Not sure how he's able to navigate this. We'll see if he's able to take one more with him. But UND
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
playing it slow, playing it disciplined. Not trying to award Ungoy any free kills. He is going to get droned as well, so now he's really in trouble, but gets the shot on the
Great
tanks.
shot.
And taking down
That's
tanks
raid
here
boss
gives his
down.
team a chance. So Ungoy doing what he needed to do, finding 2. Leaving it up to these players on site once again. It'll be Lucky, Big China, and Ved to try and hold it down.
Yeah, the exact same scenario, just without tanks on the side of UND.
Yeah, almost getting a flashback here. Minute left to go. 3 players remaining on both sides. Quick rotates being made for Ved. Doesn't quite spot anything.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been dropped.
China hearing these footsteps, communicating to his team. As the approach comes in. Lucky to find the first one. Second one
Yeah,
dropped by
they get the
Ved,
second.
and now it's only just Baker. Ved gets taken out, but Baker left pretty low. These final 2 players from Tarleton looking to try to keep this map going. Lucky gonna be holding the crosshair on his prone dangle, and he gets the final kill, setting up Tarleton for a second round if this series keeps going. Now, arguably, Lucky kind of been the shining star here for Tarleton on this map, as he had that
Yeah,
great
Lucky's-
opening round with his 3-piece.
Look, he's playing a great game, even if he's not, going 12-3 like tanks. He's doing so much for his team, being able to grab so much space, grab so much time waste for the side of Tarleton.
Locate and defuse bombs.
And wow, would you look at this? North Dakota pulling out the Amaru Blitz Rush comp. Let's see if Tarleton are prepared. I'm expecting something pretty electric to happen this round.
We are seeing Ungoy's comfort pick here.
Yeah, we'll be getting to Scopus for the first time in this series. No doubt we'll see it again on the second map for sure.
10 seconds left before
And also a glass swap.
5 seconds
So we're getting all sorts of interesting operators here coming out from North Dakota
attackers are moving out to
as they try and close us out here. Curious to see where the main site hit's gonna come from. If there's any like hatches below site or anything that Amara can use to try and get in. Might just pan over to that just to see. Yeah, no doubt the Samara is going to be going underneath the site, try and go up this hatch. After getting some info from her team. Let's see if Tarleton are prepared. How prepared can you really be? So far, no contact being made from the attackers, so
And it's just depending on what side they want to go on.
Todd doesn't really have a lot of information to work off of yet. And so this explosion of a hit could come through any second. It'll be Big China taking out who knows where by Baker underneath.
And that was part of the
It's the Amaru shotgun.
Not necessarily rush, but yeah, the Amaru shotgun from below.
As here we go, Lucky holding a angle from height here as the site hit comes through. Smokes are being deployed. Lucky getting first kill, gets traded out by Baker. As the hit does come out, Tank's getting a second kill, diffuser being planted. It's now left up to Ungo and Vedros, who are pretty much nowhere near any of the action.
attackers activating diffuser.
Ungo taking down the first
able to
as
get
Baker
one.
drops the hatch. He's now sitting at 1 HP. Restores himself though, however, on the B site. Wonder if the enemy team's prepared for this. Now they are aware. They do see him. But with this glass in post plant, I fear the end is near here for Tarleton on map 1.
Defenders have
Tanks will find a double kill, taking out Vedros, as now it's just Ungoy. And what can you really do here against the glass and the track stingers everywhere? Sitting on low HP, the track stingers might finish him off, and no, it'll be Cole on the glass to take him out. And that'll be map 1 in favor of North Dakota 7-2. Pretty comfortable, I would say.
Yeah, very. Tarleton just has a little bit of things to work on. They played really well on some of the rounds. Just there's some rounds where we kind of are just losing a little bit of our footing.
And as you
Getting
can see, a
executes.
great performance out of Tanks. He goes 14-3 on map 1. But that'll set us up for map 2. We're going to go on a short break. We'll be back once we get started here, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Not too long of a break, I would say. Pretty much jump straight into this one. And tough map 1 here for our Texans, but look to bounce back on map 2 on Chalet. Likely a more comfortable pick for them. Assuming that it is Tarleton's map pick, which I would assume it is.
I believe so. Very, very common map for Tarleton to play. We are gonna have a ram ban, which makes perfect sense on this map.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing
Very,
what the resilience levels look like here from Tarleton, because you get beat pretty badly on map 1. Rounds were somewhat close at times, other times not so much. Got to see what this team's willing to fight and try and claw their way back into the series with a good map on Chalet. Final ban's going to be a zombie as that closes us out here. We go round 1. Tarleton will be starting on the defensive side this time. North Dakota on the attack. Wow. Okay. That was a moment of panic for me. I saw the Kavira. And I play enough Siege to know that would be pretty strange to see in a match.
If only you could have 5 Kaviras on the same team. Everything would get done.
Ain't that the truth?
Ungoy on Finner, a little bit more of a base holding operator. A little bit out of character for him to be running the Finner, but let's see how he plays it.
Could assume a adaptation strategy was necessary. That first map. Yeah, as you can see, he's placing a lot of those traps in those anchoring spots. And choke points or stairways that the enemy team could be pushing from. If I'm not mistaken, the thing that's difficult about Finner is you gotta choose which ones are active.
Yeah, that's correct. Just making sure the correct ones are active at the right times. All it is press a button, but just having to keep aware of the enemy's map control is definitely a little bit more brain power than other operators.
We're gonna have Big China on the tuber out, working in tandem here with Lucky on the Kaid. Try and delay some of that hard breaching power coming out from the attackers.
We did see him on Tuberau last game.
Now, I'm not sure what just happened. Lucky found an opening pick, and there's also been a down onto Ramen. So it was a fast play towards like bottom trophy. And Lucky pretty much denying that one instantly. Ramen is going to be taking, wow, tanks as sharp as ever as he just deletes Lucky off of the staircase. So following what looked like a great start for Tarleton, once again, Tanks immediately denies it and says no. Takes back 2 of his own, removing Ungoy and Lucky, the 2 heavy hitters for Tarleton. Ramen sitting on pretty low HP, still winnable round. But how do you deal with this man when he's shooting like this? Be quick to play close on the doorway and bathroom. Trying to hold the top trophy. He's going to hear the rappel as well. So he could be being pinched from multiple angles here. He's got to be careful. See if he gets contact. He is going to remove the 1 HP player. That's the Capital gone. Now he is a little bit trapped, and it's going to be Tanks again. This guy will not be stopped. Getting a triple kill in this round, leaving it up to Big China and Vedros, who are anchoring on the A site together. Kind of towards that half wall and long desk positions. Ed. Pre-fires using this SMG. Not going to land any tags. Big China holding this bathroom walkway where the danger man Tanks is walking in. Defuse is actually going to be, or they're planning the defuser currently on the B site. It'll go down with no contest. As now a difficult retake has to be attempted here for the remaining 2 members of Tarleton. China's going to push his way into piano.
I wonder if they're going to be wary of the guy on window as well.
Yeah, this post plant setup looking pretty strong for side of North Dakota. Definitely not going to make it easy on these Tarleton players. Bed's gonna have to cross this window player. Let's see if he's aware. No, he's not. He gets dropped. So he's down. And Baker cleans up the final 2. Remaining members of Tarleton take round 1 for North Dakota as they carry momentum from their map 1 victory into Chalet.
It seemed like they are going to go back up there again, but they know about the precaution about taking on the raid boss himself.
It's actually going to be a glass pick here for Cole. Could potentially swap back to their original comp once they figure out Tarleton's going up top, and we might see the Amaru for the second time in the series.
Amaru's just good with the shotgun, just being able to shoot out from below, especially because they know that Turbo is most likely going to play in that little square. I forgot the actual call out for it, but the little half wall
right
on main door. So they know if they just basically take that out, it makes it to where it's really hard for Big China to play there. But
really,
they have to take care of what's on the stairs first.
Really, for Tarleton, a pretty important point of emphasis here is chaining a few rounds together so that you get momentum back into this game, because you kind of feel out of it almost if you continue to let North Dakota accumulate these rounds without any sort of response. So that's kind of the important thing here, as well as shutting down the obviously the big playmaker here in Tanks, which is no easy task in itself. Main's gonna be quickly open beneath Quick as he is wary. Someone to walk in. Lucky once again gonna hold this long angle, which he was able to find a important pick in the last round doing before he was dropped by Tanks.
The mirror pick is a little bit of a different addition. It is nice to hold it here, but it's really hard to maintain this control just because of that window that's sitting behind that pillar.
Yeah, you're open to the window in the back as well as any players that could potentially creep in through main and up those stairs behind you. So takes good communication.
Good position, but it's great. Yeah, it's a great spot to hold, just hard to maintain.
And this player is going to be spotted by Big China, working his way up those stairs. See if he's able to find any value. Quick, shots ringing through. He's going to get first kill. That's Tanks taken out as he tried to jump into the library and maybe try to find some sort of timing on the mirror, but an important one found. Tarleton a relatively good chance. In the meantime, though, Quick is dropped by Slow Puddle. But you go 1 for 1, you take out Tanks. It's not the worst case scenario. Oh man, and Vedreless looking for some pre-fire damage with the shotgun, doesn't land anything, and gets taken out instead. Tuberau gonna delay the breach here with a minute left to go. Ungoy is gonna have to rotate his way back up towards the site as Lucky and Big China are facing a little bit of pressure here. Lucky finally conceding trophy. Another one of those Tuberau's being deployed to try and buy even more time. There's the final one. Big China with nothing left now is really relying on this flank from Ungoy. But it seems like Cole is aware of it, and Cole does take him out.
Well, if he had a drone on that walkway right there.
Definitely possible. Big China and Lucky have to be the ones to try and win it now. 25 seconds left. Big China looking for the fight. Flashes are ringing out.
Able to dodge both.
Still, no contact being made yet. 15 seconds now. As the attackers work towards the site and look for that half wall plant. Lucky getting one. Big China taken out. Lucky would need a quadra to finish up this round. Aware of both players' position, knows the plant's coming through on half wall. And Lucky's gonna go for the swing. Claymore might cause issues. Ash not aware of him yet. Lucky takes him out. He's on for the triple, and a great shot there. Lucky taking out the fourth and winning the round. Has to be careful. The Claymore does take it out, and Lucky will be winning this one.
Lucky is on it today.
And that's what you needed. The individual efforts there. Securing Tarleton that second round and bringing them back in this game.
It's David versus Goliath, and David's currently winning.
Incredible flick there onto the final player to win that one. And in a game where you really needed momentum, that is what you need. One of the veteran players in Lucky to step up, make an important play, give Tarleton a chance.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Going on to first floor, a little bit of Tarleton's bread and butter.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Deploying mobile cover.
Yeah, Tarleton has done this here on Chalet as well as on Clubhouse. But they like to go to this first floor site for what others would consider the more common site. So in this case, it would be basement here on Chalet. Tarleton trusting their setups and believing that it could make it a little more difficult for the attackers if they don't have a solid game plan. Tarleton's gonna seek to pretty much anchor upstairs, maintain control of this so that North Dakota can't play vertical against them on this bomb site. So Lucky will be on this deployable shield. Quick having his mirror setups on site as well as this one as well again on library for Ungoy. It seems like that's the goal of the attack here. Try and push these players off these angles playing upstairs, as most of them are up on the balconies and on the windows. Flores drone is going to get rid of that deployable shield for Lucky, so a bit of cover is going to be lost. Second one's also going to spot him. Lucky's going to go ahead and break that. We're going to get a third Flores drone coming through. Lucky will break that one too. I think Big China accidentally just dropped the hatch. A little awkward.
He'll be able to control all of basement all to himself, at least. And the fourth floor is Jordan.
That one actually makes it past him, but Ungoy will shoot it. Semantics being played here from North Dakota. Big China's gonna finally rotate his way out of basement, which his bottom stairs angle. So far, not a lot of map control being taken. As I say that, though, Vedrolus does fall down. It'll be Slow Puddle finding him. Big China. Nice
Big China's
kill.
accidental job actually coming with some value.
Yeah, Cole is removed, but in the meantime, Quick was also found on his mirror window. So now the attack starts to move forward. Great shot there, Big China. Taking down another one. Lucky as well finding one. Tanks has been removed again. As now it is a 3 versus 2 in favor of Tarleton. Big China is going to creep up here. He's going to see the plant. That's a triple for him. The newcomer putting in work on this round 3. As now it's a 1 versus 3 for Ramen. Still has a little bit of time to work with. A couple of these players from Tarleton tagged pretty low.
I don't think they have any eyes on him either, so. But they know the time's running low for him.
Ungoy's going to get dropped first, so Ramen finding the first kill. 15 seconds now. Lucky's going to get flashed up. Has to be careful. Big China doing big damage. Takes him down to 1 HP as he makes his way onto site. Lucky might be the next point of contact. As he sits and waits, flash comes out again. Gets blinded up. And now, plant is going to be attempted, but Big China's going to finish him off. Get the Quadra.
Quadra. The accidental drop going from 0 aura to 100 aura. It's just him getting so much damage and just outplaying them.
We're getting back-to-back Quadra kills here from the players on Tarleton. So the Heroics really carrying them into what I believe might be the first lead of the series since round 1 of Skyscraper. So we haven't seen Tarleton with the lead here yet, until we venture this round 4 in Chalet. That's what you like to see. Several players stepping up individually here.
Kind of tell that Tarleton's kind of feeling a little bit more at home on this map.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And now they will go basement, to no one's surprise. And it might be North Dakota's team to try and trial the Monty. Maybe go for one of those smoke plants you see on the main breach so often.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb. Attackers drop the diffuser. Attackers recover the diffuser.
Final pieces of util and rotates being made. Site setup is finished. A lot of these players are spotted towards the trench side.
There's
So
gonna
it's
be
kind
a
of
bounty
a-
push.
Yeah, it's kind of an immediate approach, really. 30 seconds into the round. This Monty works his way forward.
I believe that's gonna be in small garage. Does seem so. Very common push angle.
And I have the ace charges available too to try and open up the wall. Quick. Might get the spot onto this player with this angle. Hasn't spotted him just yet. Now my charge is going to be broke by Ungoy here. In the meantime, though, these players are right on the entry to the site. Bed taking a bit of damage. Gonna be forced to back off. Ace also opening up that sidewall, giving space for the Monty here. Tarleton's gonna be in a bit of trouble if they're not able to hold this one back. Grim Utility causing a problem. Plants coming through. And now Vedril's gonna get dropped. This is danger here for Tarleton. And the shots don't land. The Monty shield protecting him. Ungoy not able to find it. And the diffuser's down. How can Tarleton come back here with this Monty? The down man gets picked up. It's gonna be quick to find tanks as he works his way forward even more as he tries to look for some more players in elbow. Timing not in his favor. Slow Puddle wins it. 2 versus 2. Slow Puddle with a triple. Big China gets deleted. And now, once again, it's up to Lucky. How much more can you ask from this man? And he's not able to do it. Baker gets the final kill. North Dakota gets the round. So clearly Vedrilus was just under a lot of pressure from Grim Utility and being pinched from multiple sides as that push came through. And the instant smoke play, Ungoy unfortunately wasn't able to find the kill onto the Monty, planting the bomb, shield protecting him.
Yeah, just such a big win gone for Ungoy to get that kill there.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That Monty shield just being able to save that round solely just because it's Monty shield.
And as a result, that will tie us up here. Sitting at 2-2 going into round 5. Lucky displaying an impressive 8-2 through these first 4 rounds. Being called on once again here to try and give Tarleton back the lead.
10 seconds remaining.
Likely going to go play his angle here on Trophy
5 seconds to go.
as he finishes up the setup.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Seems like the attackers are moving towards Trophy in this angle that Lucky's been holding. Let's see if he's prepared. Oh, he might have saw the head
Does
there.
see it. I don't know if Buck knows on his side.
I'm not sure if he repeaks it. Oh man,
Does see the movement.
so
Not able to
close.
get a tag.
Difficult shot for Lucky to try and land, and he might just be forced to concede this. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and give it up. So trophy has been tamed by the attackers. Now Lucky repositions looks to hold on top of the stairs. So far Tarleton not really seeing much else besides Lucky. Just kind of hit a standstill as we move to the halfway point in this round 5. Capital gonna force Lucky out of his spot. He's forced to drop on the stairs. He's in a lot of trouble. This player in rappel is now holding him as he's kind of stuck here. Flashbang. Lucky nowhere to go, nowhere to run. I don't even know how he's alive at this point. And no, he's not able to get one. Tanks will find the kill. Great utility usage there coming out from North Dakota. A lot of credit. As now the attack kind of shifts forward here. Ungoy could be the next point of contact.
Quick took a little bit of damage there. Trying to maintain this balcony control.
And it'll be Ungoy to find one. Gets traded out. Slow puddle getting second kill. Bjorddd's gonna keep trying to defend on this angle. Seeing into B site. Along with Big China.
Slow puddle gets knocked down to 1 health.
Once again, North Dakota chooses to slow down. They know they have 20 seconds to work with. They're gonna wait and make sure they approach this as a team. 15 seconds now. Oh, the run out attempt. Shots don't quite land for Quick. It was a good try. Big China slow reaction there on the guy in the window. Diffuser hasn't started to be planted yet. Actually, it has. I lied. Diffuser is planted. As a lot of these players from Tarleton are sitting on very low HP.
Guy in the window is giving him quite a bit of trouble.
He is eventually removed by Bjorddd. But all the kills are there for North Dakota. And they win once again with one of their post plants. And the Buck Shotgun getting the final 2 kills in that round. Final round of the half here. Tarleton looks to even us up. North Dakota trying to maintain their lead. We're looking at 3-2.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Going back to their first 4.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Not much of a difference in the team comp. Sticking just to what they know true. It seems like the defenders are going to go with the shield push. Good luck trying to see comp with both the blitz and the ying.
5 seconds to
Gonna be pretty difficult without a warden.
attackers are moving.
Oh yeah, for sure. This composition. Definitely a change up for North Dakota. Not one that I'd expect if I were in the server. Oh man, an approach, here we go. I fell asleep for a second. Bjorddd getting first kill into Ramen. That's the blitz removed. Utility forcing Quick out of position, and the diffuser's been planted. So it's another post plant. Tarleton finding a few kills. Tanks on 1 HP. Baker removes Ungoy. Oh man, now it's all crumbling to pieces. Players from Tarleton are going down. Track stingers deployed. This defuse is going to be so difficult. Nitro doesn't land. Slow puddle removes Bed. Nomad's causing issues. All the players from Tarleton, there are no trades in sight. Only 2 left, Big China and Quick. Quick doing a bit of damage there onto Slow Puddle. I don't think it's going to be enough. Big China doesn't even know where he's getting shot from. He's just shooting. Slow Puddle with a triple, and he gets knifed. Cold knifes him. Oh, it's a tragedy for Tarleton. As the deficit grows to 2-4.
And I believe that is going to switch the sides of both Tarleton and UND. And it does seem like UND is actually going to go bar first.
Pulling a Tarleton on Tarleton. And I gotta say,
If
man,
anyone knows how to attack it,
composition choice there on that last round.
Defused by attackers.
Tarleton didn't really stand a chance. They find the first kill, but when the diffuser gets planted, this is too much for post plant. Tarleton had no chance in that round.
Bomb located by attackers.
Slow Puddle, the hero this time, sitting at 11-2.
Yeah, the change in tempo on the last round just made it quite a big surprise for Tarleton.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb. Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers have
See
recovered
Tarleton
the
trying to gather their bearings after that chaotic round. But they kind of need this one to try and get back in here. Looking at maybe a direct approach. Ungoy has Ash Charge ready. Big China on the Lion as well. That scan could allow them to try and enter here. Let's see if they go for it. Yeah, there's the Lion scan. Ungoy does not jump in just yet, though.
Does seem like the Nitro is up and ready for that, just in case someone does try to sprint in.
But it will be quick to get
Whatever you
Ramen.
want.
And no trade for the side of UND, so that's huge for Tarleton. This round continues. Of course, with a lot of time, Ungoy decides to go ahead and breach through garage.
Time and time again, we see Tarleton getting these first looks.
Oh, and it's Big China to absolutely decimate Tanks. I think Tanks was going for the reinforce.
He was, and then Big China just able to hear the audio, just reading the audio quickly there.
Yeah, nice punish. In the meantime, Quick is going to be found. Don't know where that was. But Vedrus and Ungoy have made their way to the site doorway. Cam will be put out. So some good map control established here. Lion Skin allows them to push forward. But they have to be aware of verticality. That's kind of the danger here for Tarleton. Site may look empty. Oh, shots don't quite connect, but Slow Puddle taking very low. Oh, and a good flick there. Cole and Slow Puddle sitting so low off of Vedrus, but it's a 3 versus 3. Ungoy. Here's his player on the stairs. Goes for the pre-fire, and he's going to take him out. It's Baker removed. In the meantime,
Maybe the
Lucky
last guy
taking out Slow
upstairs.
Puddle.
Not quite able to hit him.
Ungoy is taken out. It's a triple for Cole. Oh, an amazing shot in Big China. It's a quad. He's on for the ace. But it's Lucky now, who's been so good for Tarleton on this map.
Cole's been sitting at 1 health this whole entire round as
And
well.
Cole being as low as he is, if Lucky's able to get this plant, he's going to be in a good position to win this one.
Attackers are activating the diffuser.
Cole's position is known. He gets pinged out. What can Lucky do here? He sees the barrel, and he gets the kill. So a little bit of a scare there for Tarleton. Nevertheless, Lucky will close us out and pull this game back within reach. Amazing shots there from Cole, however. A lot of credit to him.
It was great just for Lucky to be able to pick up a little bit of the crumbles of that round.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
Just
being
denying him
defused by
the ace
attackers.
clutch. We are going to see on the side of UND, they are going to go second floor. Not bringing the Mira, not bringing the Tuber running quite a different comp, so we're going to see this be played differently on the defensive side of this site.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, no doubt.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
important thing here for Tarleton is if you look at scoreboard just alone, you'd assume they're down pretty big in the series. 'Cause besides Lucky, you don't see very many like heavy fraggers, you know. But Tarleton have been able to win these close rounds and a few of these clutches, keep this one close, and give themselves a good shot to win it. That's what you got to do. He's gonna get pinged down on these stairs by Bjorddd. Meantime, though, Tarleton have already established like control library, and we're only a minute in.
Tracks deployed.
Ed taking a bit
They're
of
gonna
damage
have
here.
quite a different angle with the Aruni punches.
And there you go.
Ed is
Bed
gonna
is
find it.
Bed's holding a good angle there onto the player on the stairs. Baker's gonna be taken down first. Good pick there for Tarleton to open us up. Oh, Ungo's gonna see this player on the cross. Not quite able to get him.
It's a hard shot to do. We're gonna get the Cade.
And the Bravo finding some decent value here. Quick and Slow Puddle exchanging blows here, both taking each other down pretty low. As once again, another player just crossing. Big China's gonna catch him. Seems like North Dakota aren't aware of all the space that's been made. Cole getting a nitro kill into Ungoy.
I believe he had that pre-place under.
Oh, and Tanks,
that
good pre-fire.
audio sensor.
Tanks removes quick, bring us back in a 3 versus 3, activates Togoyo to stall for even more time. It's gonna be Big China to try and work forward. This player's gonna
They
be
know
pinged
he's
out.
there.
Oh, but Big China not ready for Tanks. And just like that, North Dakota win the round. Out of
Being able to
nowhere.
get all three back to back to back.
Out of
And that's just
nowhere.
that's just been Tarleton's struggle. Like I said, just every time, every round,
It's probably reaching like an 80%. They're getting their first bloods, just not being able to maintain that lead in the rounds.
And when you thought Tarleton had a decent chance in the round, it instantly just extinguished by Tanks
Attackers need to locate
and Slow Puddle.
leaving it up to 3-5.
Putting the UND over in the basement.
We are going to get to see a Warden and Maestro this time. I do always find it interesting. North Dakota... Oh my, this journal's plugged up as well. They can't get in.
10 seconds to go.
I believe they are able to if they shimmy it, look to the right.
5
I
seconds
believe
left.
it has a little bit of gap, maybe.
Possibly. Maybe they don't want to lose their drone.
Attackers must
But like I was saying,
defuse the bomb.
North Dakota has shown a lot of willingness to adapt their compositions. We've seen a lot of different operators come out from them. I think is why they're having some decent success in the series. Maybe even staying
that-
one step ahead of Tarleton.
That Goyo explosive actually does a lot more than you think. Since they weren't able to see that there was a Maestro on defense, made it to where they don't change to Bravo here. And you're gonna get two Bjorddd. Just slowing down this initial breach. And it does seem like UND is going to play a very similar setup to what Tarleton was running.
Fed just spamming this thermite trigger until the Tuberal goes away. In the meantime, Ungoy is providing... I don't know what just happened to Quick. I think he was decked from vertical here. Verticality.
Very, very small pixel angle you can hold there. Makes it really hard to understand where you're being shot from, especially being shot by a pistol there.
But the approach here from Tarleton's pretty good. They're applying pressure on multiple sides of the map. And Tanks just destroys Big China. Don't think he stood a chance. It's deployable, also causing issues here on the B bomb site. So Although Tarleton tanks again, just deleting Ungoy. This man is just on fire in the series. And now it's a 1 versus 5. I don't even have time to react. Bjorddd just shooting bodies, not sure what he's seeing. As he's just the final player left with a lot to do, and this is looking like it's going to be match point for North Dakota. Yeah, these players are going to run out on him, and Tanks is just going to drop him.
Able to get it.
This guy is honestly incredible. I hate to be the one to glaze him this much, but I mean,
Some may call him the Bjorddd of Rainbow Six Siege.
he's looking clean for sure. Impressive stuff. So Tarleton's gonna have to try and win 3 rounds in a row to pull this
And
one
back
to OT.
kitchen, UND goes.
That same match point is also series point here for the side of North Dakota.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Going back to Tarleton site.
I really liked what Tarleton were trying to do there.
Attackers have
Like I said, applying pressure on multiple sides of the map, hard breaching with the thermite and the ace, getting those walls open pretty early in the round. But unfortunately, the individual skill from Tanks on those bot trophy stairs, just deleting players left and right, even getting the kill in the run out. Tarleton has a lot to do if they want to try and work their way back into the series, but it's definitely not impossible.
10 seconds remaining.
The match point here,
5 seconds to go.
North Dakota are going to be
You
going
really do
into
have to-
kitchen.
You really do have to give it to UND though. There's a lot of teams out there who have like this really great player, and they really just kind of hinder on that
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
on the fact that they just have to propel him, and they don't really have much to do themselves. But UND is able to just play as a team and adapt almost
Oh,
as
yeah,
much
for
as
sure.
Tarleton.
Ungoy is just going to go ahead and into the building, following a brief droning phase here. As the rest of Tarleton kind of staggers behind, quick going up top. Ungoy's going to go ahead and just freeze here. Not looking to overextend just yet as he approaches the B bomb site doorway. Quick going to be right behind. And Bjorddd, since he has his diffuser, is going to go ahead and drop and group up after not spotting anything in the top floor. Quick will stick around though here. He might try and work through his own tracks.
Bjorddd is going to see one. They're going to see the mirror set up here.
He goes for it,
Tanks.
and once again, it is Tanks. Take him out. Lucky trying to get more information on site. Castle barricade is broken down. Ungoy pushes towards the doorway. A minute left now for Tarleton. Ungoy, very aggressive, swinging these angles. Baker finding Lucky. 3 versus 5 now.
He's going to get shot from above. He knows someone is up there.
Yeah, a lot needs to go away at Tarleton for them to really be able to do anything. Sees the angle. Great shot from Ungoy.
Great shot.
Big China unfortunately traded out. Double kill for Tanks. Ungoy getting a double of his
Another
own.
great shot.
It's finally time for him to step up, but he can't do any more. North Dakota closes us out here. As I believe that was Baker to get the final 2. Or no, that was Slow Puddle. He had a great map, 14-3. Tanks once again, 12-5. Lucky leading the way here for Tarleton at 10-7. But unfortunately, didn't really feel like they were ever in it. And they will lose this one 7-3 and lose the series 2-0.
It's just a very tough matchup for Tarleton. They did really well in the team-based side of things. They had great calls, great executes. They just needed to win their solo 1vs and just being able to maintain their leads that they would always get. They would always get that initial first bloods, but never be able to maintain it with picks and trades.
Yeah, well played to both teams. GG's. like you said, we should have one more week of games here before all the playoffs happen after our Texan spring break. But that'll do it for us here tonight. And we will see you guys again next week for another week of Siege. Thank you all so much for watching, and we are heading out.